Hey everyone, Don and Ash here.
Hello.
Back for another reaction video, but this time a little bit different. This time we're going to be jumping into some more Diablo 4 content. It's been a minute for sure, but they just released the in-game intro cinematic, and they released it yesterday, and I took the whole night to debate with myself whether I should watch it or not. I first was adamantly like, nope, not watching it. I don't want to see it till I'm in game. And then I was like, Diablo guys, why did you have to do this? Why would you do me like this? I'm like,
why?
It's there and now I have to watch it. I'm like, I can't not watch it. It's
like,
eating at my soul.
Yeah, you're like, I know it exists. I can't tell my brain to shut up. It knows it exists.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally done in. Checkmated. So yeah, we're going to be checking out this cinematic, and we're also going to be checking out the recent dev interview that IGN did with Joe Shelley. Can't wait to see what updates he has to say about the game. We've been following the game updates very closely ever since, the quarterly updates and just every piece of information that we could find, especially me.
Especially you. Yeah, I mean, I'm hyped for D4, but like not as much as my man Don here.
No, I am stupidly hyped on Diablo 4. That is going to be my game for the next 30 years until I'm in a wheelchair. Do me in. This is it. So anyways, let's get into it. I'm so stoked.
Yeah, I am so stoked. Semi not ready, but amped nonetheless.
All right, let's go. Let's do this.
Sanctuary was never meant for humankind. It was forged as a refuge from the war between the high heavens and the burning hells. Instead, it became a new battleground in this eternal conflict. A secretive group called the Haradrim has kept mortals safe. But now this once powerful order is a husk of what it was, and Sanctuary's ancient creators have returned to claim the hearts of humankind. This is the story of their downfall.
I'm not ready. My whole body's in shock, y'all. Like how my dude's got dreads. Oh no, bro. That's literally my character right there. Look at him. Yeah, that was quick. Yo! so into the story already. Oh!
Oh,
Is that like the switch for the camera to like go in game?
I was gonna say, yeah, that's game mode now.
Oh my goodness! I'm actually happy I watched it, and I'm actually happy that they didn't show me much.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. I don't think it's not gonna ruin anything.
Oh my goodness! I am stupidly psyched. Like, there's no other way to put it. I am absolutely stupidly psyched to get into that.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I thought, so the cave that he went into the end, I thought that was the one that we ended up crawling in or out of or whatever in the other stuff that they showed us before.
Yeah, previous cinematic when they show your character going into the... Anyways.
Anyway, yeah. Oh my gosh.
That wolf was sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, wolf form or whatever it was. That, oh man. I feel like I want to go back and stop on that frame. Can we try to stop on that frame real quick? Because that was just way too cool. Let's see here. Let's see if we can bring it up. Okay.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that was just the last couple seconds right there.
Yeah.
Right here.
Man.
I can't wait to get to the world. I don't know what to say. Like, I love how the character's got dreads. Like, bro, like, that's my dude. That's my dude right there. Yeah, no, that's absolutely wicked.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get to the character customization. Anything is better than no customization, which has been Diablo's thing, like, for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So, well done.
Yeah, I want to say really quickly too, like, textures we're always really big on, and we got to see when the raven or crow was there with the tree there. That tree looks so good. It was so textured.
For an in-game cinematic, it looked incredible. I honestly think that these in-game cinematics that are less on the hyper-realistic 3D graphic is really just going to tie you, especially the fact that we know now, because they've been saying it all over Twitter, and it's impossible to avoid. So, spoiler if you don't know, but your character, the one you make, and the gear that you wear is going to be in those in-game cinematics.
Yeah.
As you level up and progress, you're going to see your character evolve through the story. So, what I was going to say is, those in-game cinematics are really going to help tie you to your character, to your progression, to the story.
Yeah.
And really just embolden the experience. Just really amplify the experience.
Yeah.
And, little cherry on top. Let's go.
Honestly, that was so well done. All the whispers, all the different details, the lighting again. Just like, very cool. Very cool. I can't wait to be able to actually experience it with my own character.
Yes. There's gonna be so much time that we spend. Not in the in-game cinematics, but just like when we get out of them, just like looking at the world around us.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Anyway, now we're gonna hop into the this is an interview that IGN did with Joe Shelley. I believe they talk about the open beta and some of the aspects that are going to be going on with that. And another little spoiler tidbit is that Rod Ferguson on Twitter did say that basically he's hinting that you're going to get a special little something if you make it to level 20 out in the beta. So, maybe that's a little incentive to no-life it for however many days you need to do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, without further ado, let's hop into the interview and check out what they have to say.
Yeah.
I'm Ryan McCaffrey, one of IGN's biggest Diablo fans. I am extraordinarily excited for Diablo 4, and I am very pleased to be joined right now here at IGN FanFest by Joe Shelley, the game director on Diablo 4. Joe, welcome.
Let's go!
Thanks for having me.
All right, Joe, Diablo cinematics, we're no stranger to them being beautiful from the Blizzard Cinematics team, but you've got a new trick up your sleeve this time. Your actual custom-created character is in the cinematics. Can you please tell us how that came to be?
Yeah, that's right. So we knew that in Diablo 4 we wanted to offer much more character customization than we'd offered in previous Diablo titles.
Let's go.
The artist did such a great job. The characters look so incredible, close up, from all different camera angles, that we knew that they needed to be part of the actual cinematics that you're experiencing, right? So as you're playing through the campaign,
Dude,
you're going through a mix of gameplay to conversations with NPCs to dynamic combat moments. And part of that is these cinematics where story takes place, right? And so we thought it was incredibly important for the character that you create, your character who is actually taking part in all of this action, to be featured in the cinematics. And so
100%.
we
Yes.
were able to, fortunately, with our engine and our tools and our artists coming together, especially our lighting team, really knocked it out of the park. We were able to get the cinematics to incorporate your character in a way that feels totally fluid. So
Absolutely.
you're playing the game and you're seeing yourself right there with those characters as the story is playing out.
Yeah, so damn incredible. Honestly, like I feel like that was like 1,000% the right move. Like, why wouldn't we want to see our character as much as possible? You know?
Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Same.
Just like that is the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if okay, so for our younger gamers, it's like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. For the people who can appreciate it, remember when you know, getting customization in a game, even just base customization was like, we get to what?
Yeah, it was like not a thing.
We get
at
to
one point.
customize our characters?
Yeah.
Huh? Cool, right? Like even something as basic as just like picking color, like it was just dope. You know,
Yeah.
and the level they brought it to is sick. And it's not like Diablo 4 has the deepest customer characterization I've ever seen. That belongs to some other games, but it doesn't matter. The fact that it's coming to Diablo is just super cool.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm just like, oh my goodness, yes, I cannot wait to see my character with all the little tidbits of information I know about what's going to be in the game. From like you being able to like adorn your character not only with your gear, but little like your mount too. If your mount's in the cinematic, you can like put little trophies that you get from like unique fights or boss fights on your mount to display that basically I killed this boss or to show off.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, every little detail like that, I literally am going to be googly-eyed.
Yeah.
Great googly moogly eyed.
Yeah.
To see it in the in-game cinematic.
Yeah, because like you said, not that it has it's not the champion of customization between other games, but the fact that it's coming to Diablo and the level that it's coming to Diablo at that we haven't seen in previous Diablos is so incredible.
It's literally
like,
zero. Zero to like the spot where they brought it out. It's just
they
great.
literally
It's great.
they've made such a giant leap here, and it's so awesome to see.
Yes. Let's hop into it. I'm so excited for this. It's not even funny. Like beta is gonna be incredible.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we see you all in there. All right, let's get it.
And what's wild about it to me, as somebody that's been playing games my whole life, like we've gotten used to seeing our characters customized how we have them in engine cinematics, but this looks like it's all pre-rendered. Like it's your character in a Blizzard game cinematic, which did you guys have to invent some new tools for this, or is there some magic sauce here?
We did, yeah. It's part of the engine that runs Diablo 4, and the art team really just delivered in an incredible way, from the lighting and the scenes to all of the props and the environments. I think it looks phenomenal, and I can't wait for players to check it out.
Now, story-wise, no surprise that cutscene kind of sets up a pretty bleak game, but story is something, at least from my experience in the press beta back in December, you guys seem like you're really doubling down, making an extra conscious effort with story compared to, I guess, just the most recent Diablo mainline game, Diablo 3.
Boo.
Can you kind of speak to that for a minute about just the real focus that the team clearly has on story here?
We are, yeah. With Diablo 4, we really wanted to take our storytelling in the Diablo series to the next level. The Diablo world, the world of Sanctuary, all of the lore of Diablo is so rich and so interesting that we really felt like we could spend more time telling interesting stories. And one of the things that Diablo 4 does in particular is that it tells stories about people who are living in the world of Sanctuary, right? Obviously, there are angels with Inarius, and there are demons, and there are these supernatural forces that exist in this world, but characters of Sanctuary are the most interesting ones to follow, and you'll be right there along with them, both through the campaign, which is quite extensive, 30 hours or more of gameplay for players. There's tons of side quests that build out the world even more, and
Look at it!
really put a lot of effort into Diablo 4, more effort than we've ever done before.
You can probably guess what I'm going to ask you next, because it's not often that we get to talk to you. We got a release date at the Game Awards, and thus the next natural question, do you want to ask it for me right here? And then
Okay, before he gets into that,
Yeah.
the game looks so good!
I'm gonna say, I'm like, it's absolutely just so unreal. Again, the leap that they've made from like D3.
Yes,
it's so incredible, and it's true. Like they mentioned, like literally, they have gone so deep into like the lore and fleshing out those stories, and I know they're just gonna deliver so hard on it.
I'm excited for all he's hinting at very bluntly, he's hinting that the characters of Sanctuary are the ones that you're going to get more story on, which is like, okay, so cool. The Diablo's always been like, okay, get your gear, work with the angels, kill the baddies, right? But I'm very excited to be able to kind of venture off. Like, I'm expecting that I'll be able to venture off that course, and not just expecting it. I've already seen it in some gameplay footage. I've seen it in demos. I've heard them talk about it in their quarterly updates. But just to meet some odd characters, like like if any old school Diablo players remember the character Garbad.
Yeah.
Garbad, yeah. I mean, he was creepy when I met him as a kid. He creepy, like I was just scared, scared like a ghost. But characters like that, or unique characters like Geed, even though Geed is an NPC, he's the gambling NPC in town. It would just be really cool to like meet, because you remember Geed's voice. It's like the drunken town, like the town drunkard, right? So it'd be interesting to meet other like eccentric characters out in random towns and random villages, in Diablo 4, and just side stories. Or honestly, Elden Ring players. I don't play Elden Ring, but I know enough about Elden Ring that like, or like even the recent game Harry Potter that just came out. There's a lot of people saying that like main story is fine or whatever, or it could be bad. I know in Elden Ring it's great, but a main story can be bad. But like honestly, people spend so much time just wandering off and doing their own side adventures thing, and that it you could sink more than like 30 hours of main story is great. But is there like 80 hours of side story? Because I will totally do like 80 hours of side story.
Plus.
Yo, yeah, like let's go. So very cool.
And go ahead and answer it.
Since we announced that we would be doing a beta for Diablo 4, people have been asking, when is the beta? I think someone asked me, what is my favorite beta date? As a way to try to get an answer. I'm incredibly excited because we're going to announce it today, right now. Now, remember, of course, that the game itself is coming out on June 6th, and you're going to be able to play the beta on March 17th through March 19th. So that weekend, if you've pre-ordered, right?
Yeah.
That is going to get access to the early access beta. Now,
Let's go!
Everyone in the world will be able to play it on March 24th through March 26th. So the following weekend there.
Very cool.
So pre-order, you can get an access to an extra weekend, and everyone gets to play the weekend after.
And then if you're in that early access weekend, does everything get wiped and you're going to start over during that open weekend, or is everything, do you get preserved for that following weekend?
Yeah. No, it'll carry over between weekends, but
Nice.
obviously the character progress during the beta will get wiped before release. We want everyone to start with a fair playing field, and of course it's going to be available on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation systems. And the beta itself, it's quite extensive. It's quite a significant look at the game, right? So it is limited by that period of time, right? Like the servers will shut down at the end of that time.
Yeah.
But there's no time limit within the game. You can level all the way up to 25, which is a quarter of the way to the level cap of 100 in the full game. You'll be able to play all the way through the prologue. You'll be able to play through Act 1, which takes place in Fractured Peaks, one of our 5 areas in the game. And
Let's
you'll be able
go.
to play through all of the campaign and side quests that exist in that area. So there's quite a lot to check out.
Oh, love hearing that. Now, in my experience covering games for a long time now, a lot of times when we see these betas nowadays, they take place like the month before release at the earliest, and it's really, they're kind of more like, for all intents and purposes, demos, but you're actually leaving enough time here to incorporate actual player feedback, given that you're doing this in March. So what are some of the things that you're going to be watching for when players get their hands on the beta, and how much actual meaningful feedback do you expect to incorporate into the final game?
You know, this beta is happening far enough ahead of launch, and there are two reasons to do that. One, of course, we want to test our server infrastructure. We want to make sure that the game is actually ready for everyone to play at launch. We want everyone to have the best experience possible at launch. And two, it's another opportunity to test our balance, our game's balance, right? So we're going to be able to look at data from this, even though it's an early look, players aren't going to be experiencing the end game in this beta. It will give us valuable information for class balance, valuable information for how fun various quests are. We've got more information about the details of the beta. You know, I touched on them a little
Look
bit.
at it.
But if you tune in on February 28th, we're going to be doing our second developer live stream. And so we'll have more information about the beta then.
Excellent. All right, Joe, so we are just about a month away. Is there anything else about this beta coming up that we should know, that we should be on the lookout for when we play it?
Yeah,
we were
Joe?
talking about the cinematic, the opening cinematic earlier, which features your character, but you should know that there are a bunch of those in the game, and you're going to get to see a number of them during the beta. So that's not the only one, and there's some really cool stuff in there.
Well, Joe, I don't know if I'll get to talk to you again before you ship this game, so thank you in advance to you and the team for pushing hard in the final stretch, because it's, for me personally, I've been playing Diablo since the first game, so which makes me old. But I had like I told you earlier, I had an absolute blast. Like, I was trying to explain it to somebody of why this game feels good and feels like Diablo 2 kind of good. And I can't quite explain why, which is not great because it's my job to explain why. But you're clearly on the right path for me. So I just, thanks for the next 4-5 months of what will, I'm sure, will be super hard work, because I can't wait to play the final game.
Well, I appreciate it. Fixing bugs and getting the game ready. So
Let's
we're just
go.
as excited to get it out and to have people get the chance to play all the work the team's been working on.
Yeah, no, Joe Shelley, he's so humble.
Yeah.
Honestly, he really is. He cares a lot about the franchise.
Yeah.
Love him as a leader. So there's so much to say about this in general. Ryan, the interviewer, said that you're leaving enough space to incorporate player feedback. Now, I don't exactly agree with the whole take Ryan was approaching with. Basically, like, if you've actually been paying attention to the development of Diablo 4 over the past however many years now it's been, they have absolutely been listening to player feedback, and that's the reason why Diablo 4 is finalizing in the version that we have it today. Yeah. They have gone through so many versions of the skill tree. They have gone through so many versions of the stats and how the stats are going to be presented. I remember at one point they were considering implementing something in the stats called demonic power and like harmony or angel power or something like that, or angelic power. And I just thought that was really lame. I thought that was a bit too cheesy. And based on player feedback and giving access to people under NDA that are hardcore Diablo content creators and really have been a part of the Diablo scene since the start. They have been so integral in being the pioneers for the rest of the community. Yeah. Really just pushing along those messages that that is going to get to the developers in a meaningful and important way. Yeah. And I really think, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, for all the skeptics, all the friends I have that are just like, Diablo 4 is just a redone Diablo 3. I honestly say to all those people, I don't think you've done enough research into all the how forthcoming they are with the development process over the years. I don't think you actually know the state of the game. I don't think you actually know enough. It's like I
remember you're like, clearly not.
It's like you can have the opinion that you don't like the game, but to just say, oh, it's just a reskin Diablo 3, or if it's nothing like Diablo 2. Well, it's not supposed to be anything like Diablo 2, and it shouldn't. Right? Yeah. Diablo 2 is still up 20 years later for people who want to play Diablo 2 on the original BattleNet servers.
Yeah.
You know, you got Diablo 2 Resurrected, which the revamp of that, the revival of that by Vicarious Visions, which is now a part of Blizzard Entertainment, is the most incredible revamp of a game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's so unreal.
The fact that you can literally toggle back to the old graphics and that's still the game you're playing, but you toggle back to the new graphics and it's like, oh my goodness, this feels like a modern game.
Yeah.
100% feels like a modern game. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. The Diablo franchise has been getting so much love and attention from how they've been, honestly, even in the new seasons in Diablo 3. We enjoyed Diablo 3 for the time we played it.
Yes,
I enjoyed Diablo 3 because obviously, you know, when all we had was Diablo 2, obviously I'm excited for the next game. Like, how could I not be, right? But I was definitely let down by a lot of things in Diablo 3, and it doesn't really have anything to do with the graphics. It more has to do with just the depth of the game is really shallow for me, right?
Yeah.
So I am so stoked on every aspect of Diablo 4. I'm not just talking about getting loot. I'm talking about like the sound, even the sound of being in the areas. I am so obsessed with this franchise. I cannot even fathom or combine enough words to eloquently say how much I love it. There it is.
I feel like that's very accurate. Yeah, no, it's like it's gonna be so thoroughly enjoyed. Like every little detail, like Don mentioned earlier, like we're gonna spend countless hours just going off on our own, taking in all that sound, all the details in like the landscape, all the like just absolutely everything. I mean, oh look at this, oh look at that, you know, like we're gonna just get completely lost in everything that the Diablo world is. And then we're gonna be like, oh right, we're supposed to go do that quest thing.
Not happening. Honestly, Ash is always the one who wants to go off on side things and achievements, and finally in this game, she's got me. I'm like, whatever. Let's go pick daisies for an hour. I don't care.
Finally, it's my time.
Yeah, just like I'm like, listen, I cannot wait for this game. As someone who's played Diablo since Diablo 1, I think this is going to be a staple.
Yeah.
In RPG games for years to come.
Yeah.
I could not confidently say that about Diablo 3 when Diablo 3 was coming out. And the reason I feel so confident in this is because all of the developers who I follow on Twitter, and I follow a lot of them, you know, from the cinematics team, the art team, I follow a lot of them.
Bit of everyone.
When I say I'm following this game, trust me, okay? I really think that they all have such unified vision, and I think that their vision is clear for where they want the direction to go. And that vision of the dev team is finally unified with the vision of the community. And I'm just like, yes, holy matrimony, let's go! It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, you guys will have to let us know, like, if you're stoked, if you're not stoked, and you know, articulate the reasons why you're not stoked. But my honest answer, my summary answer to everyone who's just like, it's just another Diablo 3 is like, give it the opportunity, put the bias aside for a second, and actually dive into some of the quarterly updates and fulfill yourself with all the information out there. Look at all the footage on YouTube. Look at the old footage that came out years ago at BlizzCon 2019, I believe. And when when players were playing it back then, everyone from like Mr. Llama SC to Riker, I'm like, these are big names in the Diablo community, and their opinion holds a lot of weight. So they're stoked on it. I'm stoked on it. Like I when it comes to naysayers of this game, I'm just like, what?
Yeah, like how?
Like, what are you saying to me?
Yeah,
how dare you insult my child?
It's so true. Like, there's undeniable amounts of like passion that has gone into this game and like making it what it is and what it's going to be. Like you can't. No one can shoot that down. Like, you can't deny that. It's the amount of work and attention that they've given, it's gonna shine through.
Yeah,
and it has already.
And when it comes to us like talking about projects that are based in passion, not just corporate pushing you to make the next game.
Yeah, exactly.
We just watched Arcane, right? this isn't a game. It's an animated show based on the game League of Legends, right? We just watched Arcane. We're digging into Bridging the Rift, the series that shows the making of, and it's the exact same thing. This is one of the greatest shows we've ever watched, and why? Because at the core of all of the corporate nonsense, literally the seed that sprouted the life is a seed of passion.
Yep.
It literally is a seed of passion, and that's the same literal seed that I feel for the Diablo 4 franchise and the team. That is all the amazing individuals that are involved with this. So a million times over, I can never say thank you enough. I can't wait to get into this. I want to be a part of the Diablo 4 content community, and for everybody who's joined the channel so far, you can expect to see a lot of Diablo 4 content coming. So if you're not stoked on that, sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. It's coming. Yeah, and Diablo 4 was what started these reaction videos for us.
It's true, yeah.
It is literally my passion and excitement for this game that you know kind of was
blossomed this.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that Ash is a part of it with me. So we are she's going to be a major part of my Diablo 4 content, and we're going to be going on a lot of adventures together. So hopefully you guys enjoy that kind of stuff, and hopefully you follow us along for all of that. And back to the in-game cinematic we just watched. Having in-game characters is wicked. I can't wait to see all the extra cinematics that Joe said that were going to be in the beta.
Yeah. When he said that, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like that is such a cool little feature.
Yes.
I'm also just like, so when we start our characters, I'm wondering to see like, I'm going to be like, what cinematic did you get? Like if ours are the same.
No, the cinematics will be the same. That's not...
Did I misunderstand?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so let me explain this to you guys and my girlfriend. The game cinematics are the same.
Yes.
You get multiple cinematics throughout the game.
Yes.
Why would ours be different, though? Okay, so anyways, moving on. Yeah. So moving on. The cinematic's going to be very cool. And what it's going to be cool and what is going to be different is our characters throughout the same cinematic. So it's going to be cool. I think she's going to play a sorceress.
Yes.
And I'm going to be playing a barbarian first. Even though I'm very interested in like the druid, I'm happy to see the necromancer come back in a big way. Yes, it was in Diablo 3, but I just feel like the necromancer is a more prominent character in Diablo 4.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I could just put in a little penny into the wishing well, if anybody at Diablo 4 team sees this, Amazons, please. Amazons, please. I'm pretty sure that you guys have the Skaz Glen Isles.
Yeah.
Where the Amazons are from. Amazons, please. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have been like, we have years of content coming. So
if you could just
in an expansion or something, if you could just drop a little Amazon there for me, I'd be super thankful. I need some Thunder God's Fury or whatever that. I can't even remember what the spell is called anymore. My brain's just consumed by YouTube stuff now. I'm like, all the game stuff is like out of my head, but Diablo 4. It's gonna be great. 1,100,000 gajillion out of 10.
Yeah, honestly, it's such a gem. It's gonna be such a gem. I already know it, and it's gonna shine so damn bright.
I think we've both been thinking for a lot of years now. Gaming is back.
Yeah.
And I feel like
this year for sure.
Yeah, Diablo 4 is one of the pioneers of gaming is back.
Yes.
Once again, hats off to the team. You guys and girls did it. Like, you're all incredible.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
undeniably.
Yeah.
Undeniably, undoubtedly.
You deserve all the praise, and I will say that like every single video, the content that I make out with, I'd be like, none of this would be possible without them.
It's true.
I wouldn't have this insanely just overzealous joy if it wasn't for them.
Yeah.
Like, thank you doesn't even feel like enough, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like no words.
All right, I think we're gonna cut this video. Let's just end it and say that let us know what your favorite things are about the in-game cinematics, the first video we watched. The things that you're looking most forward to in game.
Yes.
If any of your doubts were actually they overcame your doubts by things that you may have seen through the quarterly updates and such. You know, if you like the direction that the Diablo 4 that Diablo franchise is taking Diablo 4, if you think that it's a justifiable kind of successor to Diablo 2, we're just gonna push Diablo 3 to the side like a redheaded stepchild.
Just under the rug. Like.
Sorry to our redheaded stepchildren. But no, for real though. If you really feel that Diablo 4 is a true successor, or if you feel that it's a failure, just let me know your thoughts. I'm very interested in all conversations surrounding this topic, and I'm really looking forward to the next dev interview. I think Joe said is coming on February 28th.
28th.
I got that right.
Yeah.
So
put it in your calendar.
Yeah, put it in your calendar. I'll say it now. If I'm allowed to, we'll do a live reaction on my Twitch channel. So I'll put my Twitch channel in the link down below, and you can follow that and tune in on the 28th if we can do that. And if not, I guess it'll be a YouTube upload.
Yes.
Anyways, as always, please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next Diablo video. All right, bye.
Bye.